Farming decisions sometimes can't wait.
After reading through your comments, one thing became clear. Stonebrook shouldn't stay crops only forever. It was suggested animals bring balance, year-round income, a reason to grow grass instead of just grain. So today, we make room for 4 legs, feed bills, and a whole new way of farming. Hello folks, welcome back to the channel and to Courtright Line. Animals change everything. They add income when fields are quiet. They force us to think about feed, water, storage and time, not just horsepower. You mentioned manure benefits, grass rotations, steady production income. So we're starting small and smart. So for this episode, we have 2 main tasks. 1. Get the soybean crop harvested and delivered to Mark in the soybean factory. And 2. Look at purchasing Field 69 to start our animal aspect of the farm. Let's go. We've come to the shop to pick up another Peterbilt truck to help on the homestead. Don't worry, we've sold the big international semi to pay for this. Think this truck fits in a little better on this map. Wouldn't you agree? And with the large Load King extended grain cart, this will help with the soybeans and further on into the future. We're using Arrow's custom logo mod to give it more of a personal touch. Right, let's get to the field and get this harvest started.
Yikes! Bit of a jam here. Let's get this all moving.
We will set the 2 combines onto a courseplay route, with the 2 auger wagons collecting from them and tipping into the trucks. As we bought this field, don't expect the yield to be terribly high, but should help get the production started. Here we're just determining the direction of the first combine, to ensure it's on the inside track. This will alleviate the chances of any collisions throughout the job. And, as we imagine, it will be soybeans in this field again. So, may as well save the course for the next harvest. Just making sure we don't leave the header trailers in the path of any of the auto-drive routes. We've had a little issue with Courseplay since the last episode, in that we can't get the mini HUD to come up on the screen. Not too sure where the problem lies, so we've had to use the main CP menu to set this all up. We can see the advantages of auto-drive. All the vehicles going to where they should be. With the combines on their way, we can match up the auger wagon to their corresponding harvester. Here they will do a separate route that tips their contents into the waiting trucks. And finally, we set the trucks to wait at the field edge before heading to the soybean factory, once full. Hopefully no skill issues here. Sorry, couldn't help it. Now we can run a little cinematic to watch all this working together. So with all the soybeans delivered, we can take a look at the factory and see what's required and then what the possible outcomes are. As we don't have the barley yet, we will be looking at the tofu and the smoothies starting out. So our first job in the next episode will be to get a liquid tanker and get water here to get the production started. Decent prices. Now before we look at our new plot purchase, we've undertaken another contract, Liming Field 28. Shouldn't take too long. And we're done. Let's collect and head to Field 69 to start our animal investment. So here we are. In buying Field 69, this will allow us a little more operating space as well. We may then be able to get some more placeables, such as a TMR factory, etc., if the animals thrive at a later stage. And this is where honesty gets the better of us. It had been a toss-up between two cow barns, and we placed Lancey Boy's barn down and went to customize the pasture fencing, only to run out of money. So we've gone back and selected the basic fenceless pasture option so we can keep afloat. So then, as we take a look at our new pasture, we see that it can take up to 320 cows. And as the fenceless pasture mod has the auto water feature, all we will need is the foodstuffs. We looked at adding decorative fencing, but was beyond our budget just yet. So all that was left to do was a little further decoration, and then we could purchase our first cattle. At this point, we have to give a shout out to a modder, NX Modding. Thanks, buddy. We will be using their latest mod, Animal Food Calculator, that will keep tabs on the time left with foodstuffs we have added to the husbandry. There is a link to the mod on their GitHub page in the description below. We will be looking at this mod in depth in the next episode. We've decided to go with dairy. Hopefully it's the right one. Animals don't replace arable farming. They lean on it. Grass becomes valuable. Straw matters. Suddenly, everything connects. Now that animals are here, what should we focus on next? Expand the herd? Add animal-based fertilizing? Or keep livestock small and efficient? Stonebrook just changed. Quietly. Deliberately. Next episode, we'll see whether animals support the farm or demand more than we expected. Okay, folks. Thanks for joining us in this episode. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and leave a comment if there is anything you'd like to see in this series. Until the next time, take care.